The Rising of the Shield Hero, Volume 4, Chapter 76, Trash and Bitch. Wait a second. An outrageous statement was just dropped. Other countries can call heroes? There are turns? Then that means this country did something crazy. Explain it in detail. Sure. The Queen's story is like this. Damages from the waves were reported all over the world. There was a world conference, and every country was represented by their king or queen. Of course, there are countries that are on bad terms with each other, Melremark and Siltwell, for example. There is a prophecy that states the world is facing its end, so their hostilities were put on hold, sorry. And their conference was complete. During the conference, the country Melremark was fourth in line to perform the summoning. By the way, each hero summoning is only supposed to summon one hero. In many cases, they do not even appear at all. Of course, which hero summoned is determined by discussion with the other countries. So, how did this country manage to summon us? During hero summons, it is customary to use a holy relic. A time and ceremony is then decided upon according to the summoning. It seems the Three Heroes Church took advantage of when the Queen was absent to summon the four holy heroes. The Three Heroes Church is a religion that has deep roots within this country, but from what I know, they were very conservative. Therefore, I overlooked this unexpectedly big plan. That is quite the problem, is it not? Together, all the heroes are supposed to save the world in one place. Yes, that led to a lot of criticism from other countries. It was the problem I was taking care of. What were you thinking, leaving the country to a fellow who might have caused a war? There was a big problem. The person entrusted with the responsibility is horrible. What are you implying? Silence. Trash shuts up after the Queen's thundering roar. It was not a problem before. Before the waves even started, I was involved in our diplomacy. Our domestic affairs were also excellent, and I left the country to the one who I entrusted as my right-hand man, but he died during the wave. The person was respected by demi-humans, too. Quite unlucky. So, is that why all that was left trash and some other useless guys? As expected, that level of incompetency was unnatural. Right now, the posts within the country need new the posts within the country need new and talented personnel, otherwise things will remain the same. Worst case was Trash having all the power, and those around him never speaking up due to fear. This was such a place. The truth is, it just came to me to perform the hero summons, and as a matter of fact, all the heroes appeared. The Queen slaps Trash. And it would be weird if she wasn't extremely angry after returning to her country and finding a mountain of problems. Even though it was foolish, I had to depend on my successor because of a useless husband like you. When he died an unnatural death, you didn't even investigate. The culprit was the Three Heroes Church. Furthermore, the day right after the heroes were summoned, you framed the hero of the shield. At least doubt the conspiracy a bit. And yet, I even told you not to discriminate against the hero of the shield. Do you understand that those actions could have caused a war? And during the end of the second wave, you intentionally tried to take away this hero of the shield's slave, which I had to arrange through a lot of trouble. What? What did she just say? Wait a minute. You set up my meeting with Raftalia? I'll explain later. Right now, I'm dealing with this guy. She snapped. While you were acting beyond your authority, the nobles started planning behind your back to take power. A riot started in Siltwelt, and Shirudo Furiden started preparing for war. Somehow, I sympathize with the Queen. The people you can rely on within the country are all dead, and you're protecting the country alone against other countries that might attack. Amazing. I wonder what she had to go through to talk like that. This hysteria. I only thought it was possible for women in their early 20s hitting their husbands. I mean, she is the mother of Bitch and Melty, yet still looks so young. To cap it off, Melty wanted to selfishly meet you. I was at the limits of my patience, therefore I set a trap. What did you say? Did you even investigate the events happening around you? I let you dispatch a large amount of soldiers for emergencies. That was the start of this whole incident, the Queen declares during her outburst. The Three Heroes Church is a heretical religion. Hey, there's that fun word. Is a heretical religion. Melremark's religion is the Four Saint faith. What did you say? That tradition was abandoned since the start of this country. There are heretical religions that would have no value and cause nothing but problems. Four Saints faith? What is that? A religion believing in the four saint heroes equally, Melty explains. Well, now that I think about it, there should be a lot of countries that believe in the legend of the four heroes who saved the world. Even though originally the Three Heroes Church were an extremist faction that split from the Four Saints faith, I would explain more, but I would need to start from the beginning of this country. I see. If Siltwelt had a religion following the shield, then it should be natural for other countries to believe in all four. In other words, Malremark's dispute with Siltwelt is over the hero of the shield being hated. The other country believes in the devil of the shield, and our religion is correct. Did that lead to the Three Heroes Church's creation? Where was the royal family in all of this? After slapping and abusing Trash for a while, the queen covers her lips with a fan and turns to me with a refreshed look. There are various things about Iwatani-sama's actions that I want to talk about it later. I'll pass. I would rather not hear those heroic tales. It is necessary to hear it, because Iwatani-sama has also caused a lot of problems. I wonder what they are. I would rather not hear it. To be frank, ever since coming here, I did a few bad things. Of course, I'm not going to reflect on it, and I do not intend to. For example, that incident at the demon dealers with your demon. That uproar at the bar. To know about so much. I wonder who covered it up before my husband heard. Do I get a lecture too? It's regrettable, but I'm not like this guy. No way. I only want you to listen. I do not think what I did was wrong either. I guess. Though I was able to relax a bit while staying in foreign countries thanks to your efforts, that isn't the problem. For the time being, there's plenty of things before your punishment. Trash and Bitch turn very pale. It's the end of their road. Are you dissatisfied? Of course. That's right, Mama. I'm not to blame. Wasn't our parent and child relationship cut a little while ago? I literally disowned you. Go somewhere else. No, pay for your crimes in the country. The queen almost expelled her on impulse, but stopped halfway. A sheet of paper with an amount of money written on it was handed to the bitch. The bitch turned even paler than a little while ago. Bitch must have been spending money carelessly due to her social standing. This is not an amount of money I can pay. That is the price demanded from you from the guild. Trying to steal it from the treasury without permission. You think I wouldn't notice? You will serve this country as a slave from now on. That's unreasonable. If you hate it, then save the world along with the heroes. I'll think about it if you play an active role. The bitch falls silent and then looks at Trash now. Why are you looking at me like I'm a different person? You changed too, Alt Cray. I guess it is Alt Cray. Alt Cray? Trash bends backwards. Truthfully, there is no way this guy can go against the queen. He should have acted more tactfully. I fought as commander with various countries against the wave, and I chose him over that. My wife, my queen, this one was swindled. Have mercy. That's right, Mama. Please postpone your judgment. Both your mercy and postponement are both over already. I have a good method. The queen beckons me over. I stepped forwards and waited. Look at fucking Nelfumi. I love his face. And then they're all so upset. This is brilliant. Iwatani-sama, what kind of punishment do you want to give to these two? You have the right to choose. Death! Capital punishment! I answered almost on reflex. I must hate them unconsciously as well. Honestly, other than killing, no other choice exists for me. This grudge of mine can't even be solved with death. You bastard! Stop joking around! The queen raises her hand and silences the two. Really? You will be satisfied with just killing? The queen suspiciously wraps her magic around me. A chill runs up my spine. Annoyingly, I instinctively realize who I'm dealing with. Assuming you kill them, they would be released from whatever torment or fun you would have with them. For just a moment of satisfaction. For just a moment of satisfaction. No, keep talking. Killing them is too half-hearted. If a dog is useful, you stroke it affectionately, keeping them tame till death. To not be so cold towards her own relatives. The queen of this country is unfathomable. Unfathomable. That's an M. Please think of this as my last feelings for them. Yeah, so that's how it is. Basically, besides murdering and forgiving, I will grant you anything else. Originally, the authority of the country is with the queen, but following the scandal of the Three Heroes Church, the royal family's position is being questioned by foreign countries. Crucifying two incompetents would persuade the foreign countries, wouldn't it? Persuade the foreign countries, wouldn't it? Shield, you bastard! The queen ignores the Trash's howling. Normally, that would be the case, but that does not apply to Altcray. Why not? He is a fool now, but he was amazing back in the day. Since his name is well known outside the country, setting this by killing him is impossible. I don't know what this Trash did, but I understand the situation. He is too well known. In the first place, I thought he had too much power for such an incompetent king. Was it due to his past actions? It seems those cornered will not stay silent. It would be extremely interesting to look down on such a man who has been deprived of all his past glory and dragged through the mud. I understand. I'll listen to your plan. I am grateful. However, I wish for these two to taste hell on earth. That is the minimum condition. Yes, of course. Then what punishment would you like to start with? It's a good idea. I shouldn't kill them. I'd like to start by pulling off their hands and feet. I see the look in Raphtalia's eyes and think about it again. Although I have every right to do this, even I think it might be a little too far. What should I do? Something that would break them. Still, I don't want to miss the chance that has finally appeared. Now, Fumi-sama. The bitch holds both hands in front of her and starts crying. Wow, what a performance. If I didn't know how she truly was, I would have been deceived. I'm quite sure she approached Moriyasu with this face. I mean, when I was summoned, she was the first one to approach me. Stop acting foolish, and please stop with this revenge. Revenge only produces more vengeance. Now, Fumi-sama, please endure it here. If possible, be more considerate for the queen. I guess so. That day, messengers on Fiordials ran around the country of Melremark, reporting to every village and every town. Due to taking responsibility for recent events, King Oldcray Melremark and Princess Malti have changed their names to Trash and Bitch forever. Anybody caught speaking the wrong names will be severely punished. In every signboard in every city, every town, and every village, a similar letter was posted. Everybody who saw or heard this message, regardless of social position, all reacted the same. What? That's absolutely fucking brilliant. I love him so much. They are trash, and they are bitch, and they cannot be called anything else. That is a magnificent punishment. I love him so much. Oh god. Oh god. I love like his little nicknames actually play a big part now, in that the nickname that he's given them becomes their actual name. I love that. I love that it's not just a side thing. Like, he gives everyone a nickname. Like, the whole thing where the second princess freaked out about how he only called her second princess. And now he calls Trash and Bitch, and now everybody has to call them Trash and Bitch. I like this story sometimes. This is one of the moments where I really like this story. That is absolutely amazing.